Greetings and salutations, Odooers. My name is Jose Ignacio, and today we're going to talk about the ins and outs of upselling subscriptions. Subscriptions are everywhere these days. Pretty much any recurring cost is a subscription if you think about it. Car insurance, a gardener, grocery deliveries. Even Stealthywood offers some subscription services to our customers. The thing about recurring services is that your customers' needs might change over time. Say you run a house cleaning service and you offer both monthly and weekly cleanings. When a customer wants to upgrade their plan from monthly to weekly, do you want to go through the process of canceling the old one, creating a new one, and making sure all of the information is entered correctly all over again? Good news, with Odoo, you don't have to spend time on that. The subscriptions app makes it easy to upsell new, additional, or upgraded services to customers, all while keeping everything organized and simple. So, no chit chat, let's hop right into it. Before we begin, let's talk about what we mean by upselling so that we're all on the same page. For the purposes of the subscriptions app, upselling is when you add an additional service or services to an existing subscription. Upselling is not adding additional services at the initial purchase. That would be cross selling. Get it? An upsell is an upgrade to an existing subscription. Let's talk about how Stealthywood does it and how you can too. So, starting from our apps dashboard over here, you're going to want to open up our subscriptions application. By default, you'll be able to see a list of the in progress or pause subscriptions. We're going to click on the Bill's Bougie Boutiques one right there. And as you can see right here, this is a very simple subscription with our basic streaming service that we have down below. They pay a price of $9.99 on a monthly plan. That's our service where we cut down trees and float them down rivers and streams directly to our customers. Anyway, after talking with the fine people at Bill's, I know that they're ready to upgrade their plan with some additional subscriptions. Please note, a plan must already have successfully invoiced before you can upsell. Trying to add onto a subscription plan that's still in the quotation stage, which would be right there, that's just creating a new quotation after all. It's time for us to move on. So let's click our upsell button right there, and this opens up a new sales order. So you can tell this one happens to be an upsell because there is an upsell little toggle right there that we see, not a toggle in this case, sorry, an indicator in the top right corner. And in this case, when we look at over here, the chatter also lets us know it's an upsell order. Boom. And it links to the original. So the details of the original subscription are automatically included over here, and you can see that for our order lines. Depending on the terms of the recurring plan, these items will either be zeroed out because they've already been paid for in full, or you'll see a discount based on the prorated cost of the subscription period. In this example, they happen to be zeroed out. Okay, let's add this upgrade for our customer that they requested. I'm going to select the add a product button right there, text, and we're going to put wood streaming for this one once again. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Bill's looking for a lot of wood, so I'm actually going to bump up the quantity for this one to 4. Great, right there. So that means he'll get 5 total, counting his original subscription of 1 right above it. And we can add a discount here if we want. I appreciate his business, so I actually think I want to give Bill a 10% discount. So we're going to do, in our nice little pop-up right there, we're going to do 10%. And we're going to hit apply. Boom. All right, would you look at that? We could see it immediately right there inside of our amount column. If we need to, we can also change stuff here, but I'm not going to change it right there. Multiple ways to do it. Now, it's important to note that when you add a discount to an upsell, it only applies to the upsold invoice, not to the entire subscription. If you want to apply a discount to the entire subscription, you need to do that on the original sales order, which the upsold subscription will conveniently be added to at the end of this process. All right, so with everything filled out, you can click send over here to send the quotation to your customer. You can also click confirm over there just to go ahead and invoice them. But what if you want to present your customer with multiple options? What if Bill's leaning towards 5 subscriptions at a minor discount, but he's open to considering an upsell to 10 subscriptions at a bigger discount? Well, that's not a problem. You can also select the Create Alternative button in the header. When you do this, you're taken to another sales order. So this one will have the upsell icon as well. But would you notice that actually? We have our upsell one, but we don't have any chatter text linking it to the original order. Anyways, let's update the wood streaming quantity that we have over here from 4 over to 9 on this one. Boom, there we go. Now, since we want Bill to choose between these, we're going to give them a bigger discount. So the discount on this one is going to be 15%. So let's actually select that in 15. All right, perfect. So our discount is 15%. And for this one, I'm going to actually just send it directly to Bill. Boom. So once that we hit that button, it pulls up our quotation email template. So everything looks good on it. We're just going to hit send right there and we're done. You can create as many alternatives as you need, and each one will create a new sales order for you to quote or confirm. Now let's click the breadcrumbs to go back to the quotation for the first upsell that we happen to have. Boom, there we go. And we're going to send that one out right away. Give that a second to think and also send that one. And then boom, we're ready. So now from there, we're going to click the breadcrumbs one more time. And this time we're going to go back to the original sales order. Boom. All right. And on this one, we can see that the smart buttons have been updated. At this point, we've only technically sent a single quote, and in this case, a single invoice, which is the original subscription, but we've also sent unique quotes that happen to be upsells. And that's pretty cool. And you'll happen to notice all three documents are reflected in the sales history, and we can see that there. Since we only confirmed the original invoice, the monthly recurring revenue smart button still only shows us $9.99. Once Bill accepts an upsell, you're going to see the total update. Okay, we're just about done with upsell quotations, but first, a quick reminder. The recurring plan setting for the original sales order quotation will override the individual subscription product settings. So, if your original quotation is for an annual subscription and you upsell some monthly subscriptions, those are going to be billed annually and not monthly. So remember, this setting right here, our recurring plan one, is going to be the one that's going to determine that. Okay, there you have it, Odooers. Everything you need to know about upselling a subscription, from the basic mechanics to the subtle nuances of discounts and recurring periods. Next time you need to make changes to a customer subscription, let Odoo empower you to build the business of your dreams. As long as you're not doing wood streaming. That's our thing. Go grab a snack.